But anyhow, let's take out the walls. Let's go for these walls now. Obviously I wanted to take out his troops, but it's important to me that I take out anything that's going to be able to hit my own men, and that's what this artillery are going to be able to do, isn't it? So I want to shell those on the walls. I want to cause more than 50% damage to this wall, because when I do, he'll withdraw his troops from that wall and he'll no longer be able to fire at me anyway. If you look over here, anything that's there shouldn't be able to affect me anyway, because it's too far away. So it's only going to be a case of being able to hopefully destroy the troops that are over here that can affect mine. So it's going to be a bit dull actually for a while, because there'll be a lot of shooting going on in this area only. But if I show you my 20 pounders, which are these here, you should be able to see that they can reach right into the middle of there, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing shortly. So I expect to wipe out those 3 units in there, bearing in mind he's only got 19 because he doesn't have a general, so that will take him down to 16. I intend to reduce every one of the units that he's got here up on the walls, so he's got distinctly less than he has at the moment. Perhaps get this dial really up to about here before I go in, and I think I will have to go in. I've only got an hour for this battle. Like I said, these battles do lag, and they do sometimes crash as well, so I'm allowing only 1 hour. I'm not going to go beyond that. As usual, you'll find that his artillery are fairly useless. They're normally outside the walls. Where are they? It's like, just to prove me wrong, they're inside the walls on this one. If you look down here, where are we? There you go, artillery, limbered up, can't do anything because it can't fire over walls, that's the thing. And then over this side here, just bop to the other side of the fortress, come back a bit, sorry about that, and you'll find again that he's got some artillery over there. So remember, he had 19 units, as I said. I expect him to lose all 3 of those there in the middle, taking him down to 16. His artillery are fairly useless. Taking him down to 14, he's got cavalry associated with each one of those artillery pieces, 1 each I think. So that should take him, there you go there as well, so that take him 14, 13, 12. So that takes him down to 12 effective units. Yeah. Now obviously 4 of my units are artillery, and 4 of them are cavalry, which gives me also 12 effective units. So in order to take him on a one-on-one, once we've depleted those forces I've just mentioned to you, then it is going to be a bit of a hard fight. But at least we've only got 1 army going against, and I can always withdraw troops as well, you know, to replenish them. So if any of my troops go slightly under at all, I can easily do that. So what have we got here now? We've got he should have some of his troops suffering on here. What has he got there? I missed that then. 97 on there. Okay. One of the problems with this star fort is when you're firing from this kind of distance, he can only shoot straight ahead with these cannon guns, and in fact at the moment it doesn't look like he's shooting with anything at all. If I look down at my guns here, I can't see any casualties. That's the horse that already had 1 casualty anyway. Oh, this one's 111. What's happened there? No, it was 111 before. So really it looks as though nothing's going to happen really at all. So 51%. Now that is the benchmark. When he gets to 51%, he will leave this wall, because he'll be frightened of this wall falling apart. You see how he's already left those guns, and he's left that part of the wall. So what I'm going to try and do is hit this part of the wall now, where his cannons are firing from there. Yeah. And if I do 51% damage, so there's only 2% there now, then he'll leave that wall as well, which means my artillery are able to do whatever they like then, so I can advance them as well and be able to fire more into the building than I can at the moment. At the moment I can only hit with my 20 pounders. So let's turn the sound on anyway and see if it turns into a good encounter. Okay, hope you can still hear me. I can't hear anything actually. I must have my sound turned very, very low. I don't know, but anyway. Oh yes, I can hear something now, so that's good. So you ought to be able to as well. Let's have a look at these over here in this corner in the building, just find out what's going on there. I'm clicking on the top right map, aren't I? Oh, I see. It looked like they were outside the building, and they're not. They're just there. They won't be able to fire anything, of course, because they're at completely the wrong angle. I've positioned my troops so I won't be able to fire. I did look, by the way, right at the beginning at all the possibilities where I might go, where I wouldn't be able to be hit at all by his artillery, but there's nothing. It's all plains all the way around. In other words, it's all completely flat all the way around. I really don't want to break down that wall completely. This is 4% now. Let's see what his troops are at now. He's got 78 out of 120 there, and as he got in here, 120 out of 120. does look like he might be trying to man those guns again, which goes completely against what I've just told you, that when you get 51% damage they won't man the walls, but anyway, nothing's ever perfect, is it? Ah, now it does look like he's leaving there, doesn't it? Yeah, let's have a look here. 7% damage, maybe he isn't, I don't know. Ah, just another hit, so that's good. What's he got there? 78 men still there. Okay, all he's doing is moving around on there now. That looked like a good hit, didn't it? They look like really good hits, but there's only 78, there's still 78 men left there. And I'm really surprised, just to make a liar out of me, you know, that he's occupying this area here at all. So he's got two guns there. They don't seem to be being fired though. So that's good news, isn't it? What are we on now? We've had 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes of play. The dial isn't even approaching in my favour yet. It's still distinctly only in his favour. Doesn't seem to be firing from there, does it, at the moment? Ah yes, I can see something being fired from there. They're just about loading now, aren't they, from there? These are the ones we want to be hitting, really, chaps. What's he got there now? Still 78. That's 120, that one, and this one here is 78 still, so we're not firing very well against those, are we, I don't think. I don't think we are. I just want to take out his fire so he's not doing any damage to me, that's the main thing. Last thing I want to do is lose guns. I'm really surprised he's manning those walls when they're about to, when they could well go. What's he got on here now? 34% damage on there. And he's now down to 65, so it's slow work, isn't it, I'm afraid. I might just edit parts of this out, because otherwise you're going to be watching an artillery barrage that's going on for quite some time. 34% damage there now. And 65 men left. This should still be 120 at the back. Yes, it is. I think he's probably keeping his best troop. Oh no, he isn't. I say he's keeping his best troops in reserve. No, that's 120, and they're a 5 chevron unit, so that's probably one of his best infantry units. So he's doing the right thing there, of course. I'm just going to pop my general back up to them again, just to give them a bit of a boost, you know, like you do. Not leaving there too long. Just need to get him within that circle, really, so that I can inspire one of the artillery units. I'll just rush him in and rush him back. I know I'm rushing him through my infantry unit. I might get criticised for that, but it isn't actually a charge, so we shouldn't cause too much damage to that infantry unit by going through there. Let's have a look. I hope not. Did we cause any? No, we didn't. Not from what I can see anyway. No, we didn't damage them. They do say don't gallop your horses through your infantry because you can damage your infantry, so I am careful to avoid that if I possibly can. It looks like we're almost near enough anyway now, doesn't it? You see, his guns will target my general if he gets the opportunity. I don't want that to happen. So let's point to one of the 20 pounders, that one there, and we'll give that one a bit of a boost. Here we go. Should see a star go off it. There it is. And now let's get the general back again, because I don't really need him to be exposed to any fire at all. So get him out of the way. So he's done his inspiring, he can come back now. Just means that the artillery will fire just that little bit faster and be that little bit more effective. And if I give the advantage to the 20 pounder, then that's best for me. 50. Right, so we've got 50% on both those walls now. If my theory is correct, you should leave those walls completely. In fact, most of the guns on there should be damaged anyway. What's he got here? I don't think he's even got any guns that can fire. Hasn't, has he? We've got one gun that can still fire. So what I'm going to do is take my attention now away from those walls, because, like I said to you before, it's going to... let's just get these two 20-pounders first while I'm speaking, before I start speaking again properly. And we'll blow these lot up in here. So, dragoons, there should be like a general or something in there, I would hope. Can't find one, so... oh well, let's just hit whatever we can in the middle of there and just blow all those away. Anyhow, what I was about to say was that... where are we? 51%? Over here. 65%, yeah, I desperately do not want to blow up those walls, because if I do, it'll lag my game horrendously. Let's see if I can hit these instead. Might even be worth limbering up and moving them a little bit closer so that we don't damage any of those areas. I wonder if we can hit this wall instead. Let's hit these actually. I think we'll go for these. Chances are though he'll walk across that wall, but let's give it a try anyway.